of simple journalism. First, some hack told the president about an anti-Trump rant by Duchess Meghan. Trump, clearly and obviously referring to the comment, said he didn't know she was nasty to him. The press portrayed it as Trump calling her nasty. Sorry, it's not the same thing. Then the media erupts after Trump calls the London mayor a loser. But that was after the mayor called him a bigot. Trump also said the mayor was as dumb as de Blasio, but half as tall. That's funny. In fact, this whole thing's funny when hysteria meets the hysterical. Because times are good when front page news isn't war, but a silly feud. Me, I'd rather have a volatile president presiding over good times than a boring president presiding over bad. Meanwhile, Sky News touts a balloon. When your analysis is reduced to a blow-up toy, maybe London's adults have finally left the building. But that's our media and its European clones. Always wrong on the big things. It comes down to the media's three favorite words: we know best. And the three words that they will never say that could save them: we were wrong. So they protest Trump as a populism sweeps their country. It's something everyone sees but them. The rise of the Brexit Party, made possible by the media's blanket smear of the average Brit, has now made that their Trump. So the island feels smaller, a place where not just Trump isn't welcome, but also John Cleese, Morrissey, Johnny Rotten, hell, half the country. And when Trump is gone and they bathe in nostalgia for their own days of hate, all they'll have is their stupid balloon. So, okay, Dana, you've been to these things. Can we show some of this VO? What is that, voiceover? What's VO?
Video over? Yeah, I think voiceover.
This is of the banquet, right? So this is the banquet that's going on. Okay. I'm just going to say that I don't think there's anything that could be more miserable than this. No one there seems to be having a good time. I think the Brits are really funny, but they know how to create a really bad time. Like, it's so quiet. Everybody's serious. No one's smiling. Is this just miserable for everybody?
Well, let's say, okay, first of all.
Is that too harsh?
No, I see what you mean. Yeah, because you have to, it's all prim and proper, and you can't just hang out. You got to mind your P's and Q's, and you have to remember curtsy, not curtsy, shake hand, don't shake a hand, put your hand, all those things you cannot do.
Right.
But that is a beautiful setting. And it's a really good symbolism for America.
Yes.
And the UK coming together. And look at that. Like, that's gorgeous.
It is, but you know the food's going to be terrible.
You can go to, they're serving halibut.
Juan, you know it.
You know British food sucks. Come on, man. That's terrible. That is terrible. What are they, fish?
Yeah, it'll be fish.
And lamb.
Fish and
lamb.
chips.
Fish and lamb, the two animals that smell.
I hadn't thought of that. They smell badly, too. Not good.
Yes. Well, so does Sadiq Khan, is he helped by being insulted? I think he does, right?
It helps him, you think?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe. I don't know. Well, I know it's like, what is it, 2/3 of Britons disapprove of Trump. So he thinks possibly that it pumps up his ratings.
Yeah.
But here's where I disagree with you. I don't think the media told Trump to lie. And he's the one who said that he didn't know she was nasty.
Yeah, he was talking about him. Like, I didn't know she was nasty.
Well, that's what he said.
No, but that's
About what she said.
No, I think he said, I didn't know she was nasty after he was read the quote where she was critical
she was nasty
of
to
him.
That's what.
Well,
that's why I take it.
Well, I think what was amazing to me is he then retweets the tape.
Yes.
And you can listen for yourself. It's not me and Greg and Dana disagreeing. He actually said, I didn't know.
But that's what I'm saying is, because he knows. He was saying, I didn't know she was nasty, meaning like that Dana said something nasty to me.
Well, yeah, but he just called this woman nasty. That's not nice to me. Anyway, that's the way, as usual in our polarized era. But I must say, it's almost Orwellian because he's saying now, don't believe the fake news, don't believe the fake media, it's the media's fault. I didn't know the New York Times, the AP, everybody was so powerful, we could make the president lie.
I don't know. What do you think, Emily? What do you think of this whole mess?
Well, first of all, I would love to go to one of those dinners. That's like my dream. And we were just talking about it, yes, before the show. That would be amazing.
Why?
Good question.
To get all dressed up, to represent the state in that way, to go to some amazing dinner with everyone in there, all the heads of state, it would just be a fascinating collection of people and state representatives and like an opulence and glamour. But okay, back to this for a second. This is my point about Mayor Khan's op-ed. You know, it was entitled "Why It's Un-British to Roll Out the Red Carpet for Donald Trump." Right. Why doesn't he then model the inclusion and, you know, the alleged embracing of everyone that he purports to represent and say instead, why I am meeting with President Trump, and then list in his op-ed the specific policy things that he wants to discuss with him and why he wants to try to change his mind, try to persuade him, how they can meet in the middle, etc. I think this was a failed opportunity on his part, and frankly, a hyper-generalized.
If I were the president, I'd be like, why would I meet with the mayor? Like, if you're the leader of the free world, like the mayor of London, who cares?
Yeah, that's true.
I mean,
although I love London, I live there. It's a beautiful, beautiful city. Jesse, I think you haven't made it till they make a giant balloon of you.
Oh gosh, don't give us any ideas.
Yes,
One more
I don't
thing.
need a bigger head than I already have. I think the hair would touch the stars. No, but the media portrays the presidents the same way. No matter who goes over there, if it's a Republican,
Definitely.
George Bush or Donald Trump, it's this boring American who's going over there and they don't know how to use their silverware, and they have destroyed the special relationship between Britain and America, and that, you know, the Queen is really unsettled by this thing, but she's obligated to do it. But then Barack Obama goes over there, and they roll out the red carpet for this special man, and the special relationship has never been this strong, and they ignore the gaffes, because everybody at home, Google this. Google Barack Obama toasts the Queen. It was one of the most humiliating gaffes you'll ever see on television. He gets up there, and he tries to toast the Queen of England, and he goes like this to cheers her, and she doesn't even pick up her glass. Because they're playing her anthem, and she's not allowed to do anything except sit there and watch. The media buried that. They also buried the gift that he gave the Queen. He gave the Queen an iPod, Barack Obama, of all his famous speeches. And that would be like Donald Trump signing a copy of Art of the Deal and giving it to the Queen.
I think he might. Hasn't he done that?
He probably has. He probably has. But the funny thing about Donald Trump is he creates this great excitement and buzz that go into the meeting by all of these things that happen and all these side deals with the royals and all that. But Melania, I think, stole the day.
Beautiful.
Beautiful outfit. And she looked gorgeous, and
And
there,
also, you know,
the hat.
there is obviously there's an anti-Trump crowd there in London, but it's like saying that New York City is America. London is not the UK, and there is a large groundswell of support
this Brexit
for
stuff.
President Trump. And also, they wish that Theresa May had been a little bit more like him in pushing back against the EU and trying to get out of the Brexit deal.
Isn't Brexit really the response to the media, the way Trump was a response to the media here?
Yeah, but the politicians in the UK couldn't pull it off.
Yeah.
I think that it was even more. I think it's actually even worse than that, which is that that it was supposed to be like an economic arrangement, and it turned into the EU starting to make all of these rules to try to wanting to change the UK.
Can I talk about?
I do get nervous watching American politicians try to play the etiquette game.
Yeah.
Over there. I mean, you watch them, and they don't know what to do with their glass and where.
This is
where
why
to
we
put
had the
their
war.
hands.
No, you know what?
Right,
This is good. We shouldn't know.
Right.
We're the rebels.
Right. Yeah,
We
but
didn't want. We don't want to play
It's
that game.
un-American for us to go.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So let them be superior.
my
But we know who's really superior.
But my problem, I don't think that what you said, hey, why is he bothering to even meet with the mayor? Why should he meet with the mayor? The guy's a mayor. He's a world leader. But he's got to meet with Theresa May, who's having trouble with Brexit.
Så er det næst
And what
sidste
does he
dag
say
inden
about Brexit?
folketingsvalget.
Oh,
I
Theresa
morgen
May,
gælder det.
you should have done better.
Og nu er jeg
You should
lige
have
gået
done
sådan en
this. You
lille
should
tur
have
her
done
i
more
Hellerup
like
Havn
me.
og samler
Well,
lidt
you know,
kræfter til den sidste
That's our
slutspurt.
representative.
But
Klokken
she's
12 der er jeg ude i
but my
Ballerup for at
point is,
fordele
why
de
would
sidste
you meet with the
brochurer ud. Der skal jo
mayor?
ikke ligge nogen i
Like,
garagen
meeting with
eller nede
Theresa
i
May,
kælderen.
she
Der
is
gør
like
de ikke
the
nogen
leader of
nytte.
Yeah, but he's the
Så
one
klokken
who's been
12 foran
undermining her,
Føtex
and
ude.
I don't think that's polite. By the way, Emily,
Yeah.
if you put on that hat, I think you would look.
Yeah, you look exactly. Look at
You
the
look
same
great.
exact outfit. She knew what she was doing today. There you
Yeah,
go.
go, Emily, go.
Where's the hat?
Come on, Emily.
Producers.
Yes.
Oh, wait, my invitation.
Yeah. Hey, well, one last question to you. How does Peter feel about the John Cleese stuff? Did he? About John Cleese? We could talk about it during the break.
You know Peter. Like, you can imagine how he feels. He's like, you always get in trouble for speaking the truth.
Yeah. All right.